Right, I'm back. So, I at the very least have a decent set of plans on what to do next.
All music is folk music. I ain't never heard a horse sing a song.
At least on what to produce next. Stargazing is a good idea since I can get more science that way. Problem is I need ancestor worship. Uh, let's get more trade routes. Trade's a good one. Ooh, nice. Extra food. Okay, so I want to get a scout set up. A lot cheaper, I can build them fast. This is for two reasons. One, to get the goody hits that are still on this side of the continent. This half of the continent. Two, I can send them to explore over here and get and figure out what the rest of what's going on over here. Once everything is said and done. I detest when they withdraw. Especially when it's a crocodile, which has no business withdrawing anywhere. At least it feels like they have no business withdrawing anywhere. Oh, nice. Okay. Pause the turn to heal. There we go. Spooter. Certainly not really anything of interest. Oh, I can make you a pet over here. Nice. Okay. I'm pretty sure the crocs can't do anything, so from here on out. Turn that into a road. Oh, buffalo. I want to at least maintain that for a while. I'll eventually take it down, but it's a lot harder to get a cassowary. That's new. Anyway, what was I thinking of? Oh yeah, trying to capture that viper. Right, what was I thinking? Oh no, I've actually forgotten it. Shoot. Uh, uh. Okay, how's the city doing? Crime's going down, but not fast enough to really deal with any issues. set up the outhouse. Set up a flint and amber. Well, I don't need a flint and amber. Actually, I think I could start building the military units. Can heal 4 units per turn. Okay. Might be smart to grab a battering ram too. Couple more swordsmen and another healer. There, that setup should be enough to take down any city this early on. Hopefully. The birds are being annoying. They're collecting all the way over there. I should be able to head here for that. Oh, that's a barbarian city. Okay, that takes priority. Slaughterhouse. Because the butchery is incredibly powerful, and it gets more powerful the more kind of meats you have. Sure, City Raider 3, give me a plus 50% city attack. On top of its natural 20% city attack. Okay, sent you down here. Oh, that is the staging point. It looks like, based upon this, the city sits around here-ish. I won't know until I won't know for sure until I get close, though. Okay, currently has 28 base production. That point. Lumber mill comes in with machinery, which is classical. Okay, at this point it becomes better to build that. And these. At some point I need to build either a trading post or a barter post. Both of which would work best, would kind of require a storage bit, I believe. Alright. Setup done. That's it, at least for now. Oh boy, it's right there. Of course, they're on the hills. Culture-wise, that. Okay, it's good on most factors. Yeah, right. I already checked those, so maybe it's time to build a wonder here. Oh, legendary landscape. Sure. It's a bit late to build one of these, but the extra production would be appreciated. Oh yeah, right. They can't attack the unit. At peace with humanoid NPCs. That implies... No, it doesn't necessarily imply that. Okay. Fine. I think it's time to send these units down to the new city in order to get it properly developed. The outskirts, at least. They're following me around. Glad for these roads. Speed up a bit the process of walking to there. Butchery. Set up those basics.
Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore.
This is one of those interesting cases where a later Civ game actually uses that too. Build a monument, but not the steel. Right? Is that one of that's implying? I need a burial tradition. There. Oh, there's a straight up island over here. Oh. It does seem that there is no... Yeah. Based upon the water tiles, there's no way it's connected to anything else. Eh, something else to work with. I do want to be careful because capturing a city lowers the population by 1, so... Of course. They're following the unit. Just gonna skip the turn for the moment. Folklore Bowl. It is mildly terrifying to see a croc moving behind you. Where's the fruit? There's the orchard. That's going to provide a lot of food to the tile. Yeah, it would take way too long to repair that farm, so... Just keep ahead of the scout. The scout is safe. It's not going to be attacked by the barbs, no matter how hard they try. Die Maker. Very, very important building. Being able to produce dyes is around the level of importance as grains. Okay, maybe it's not that important, but it's still extremely helpful to have there. I think I want a new hunter, honestly. To ensure that I have enough just to clear out this space at the very least. One just isn't enough. To properly deal with the space.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
tin down there. Ooh. Ooh, with that I can make bronze. Yes, bronze is yet another super weapon. Stick. Counting sticks. Tally stone. Carpenter. There. The mining camp will eventually become much more powerful. It's like the stone tool maker, but better. It takes a long time to fade away from relevance, too. Okay, with dye available, I can build a tour. Let's get water burials as well, and crime is up. Sentry post, it is.
Consciousness was upon him before he could get out of the way.
Thought it would start with hunting one. That's annoying. Pheasant faded again. It's a warthog. Let's make build pig herds. Jeez. It's gonna take a bit for me to be able to take down that Bengal tiger. Well, with any degree of reliability, I should say. Oh, it moved. That was a 2% chance. It could not have been made more unlikely. Neanderthal obsidian axe. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see why you haven't done anything about those. And he said you need feather workers. Just want to check. Nope, doesn't seem to be the case. Nah, it doesn't seem like you can do anything. Guard. This brings it back down to a 99% subdue chance, but that's fine. I can grab a gorilla upgrade later. Steel, tradition bone. With the die maker, I can make the tattooer as well. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, I need to set up the dances. I think there's still 6 of them. If not, I can send the extra 1 or 2 to another city. Oh, there's the trading post. And I can update the language to a new system. No revolution. Okay. But we'll definitely increase the amount of money I have. It will remove the community discussions, but that's fine. Ooh, a pulley wheel. And masonry will upgrade the mining camp. The combo of those two is going to be very helpful. Okay, you should be able to have the rest of the way without it being. Hmm. Okay, I can't do an enclosure yet. That's something for another time. Haven't I built the tower? Yeah, I should have built the tattoo somewhere. No, this is a different city. One that I don't think has the tattoo. Problem. I don't see the tattoo. There you are. Yeesh. It's gonna be a while before the pulley becomes available anyway, so. Then after that, masonry will definitely improve the mining camp. Okay, there are 6 available. Right? But I do need the dance set in order to be able to use any of them outside the blood dance, so. That combo means I can finally build the blood huntress's hut. Which can get me a heck of a lot of culture. Wait. No, that's not what I wanted. Whoops. There's more sugar here. Might as well grab it. Tattooer. Some basics. Dance it. Okay. Internet. It's nice when an Ethiopian wolf gets subdued, or another wolf-like animal. Those things provide me with a lot of good stuff. Where's that guy come? Wait. The guide is here. Alright. Trading with the capital. I would have expected trading with Axum, but... Gondar. I actually have no idea where the city is. Stuff like cultural borders don't update until you get close to them. Basically, you need to lift the fog of war to some degree within the area. And because of how small cultural areas tend to be for much of the game, yeah, it's gonna be a while. Dance hut. Get that to her. There. The mountain itself is not super duper important. I'll be able to see it. No problem, eventually. Okay, and after the Blood Huntress is up, it's the perfect time for that unit to get written out. That unit. For the city to set up a spread. Oh, no, there's another Obsidian Swordsman and Healer coming in. That's when I can start sending off the units. I am admittedly stalling a bit in order to let the city grow. Give me a minute. Okay, so that's where the city's at. I can't exactly walk into their borders, so... Wait, that's Libella. That's not Gondor. Okay, so they do have more than 2 cities. Good information to have. Oh, of course. I guess I'm not starting with Hunter 1 promotions anymore. Great. At least I get a free ensnare. Can't exactly do much about the crime in the city. So what does the 2 promotion do again? 5% strength. Yeah. By the time it's done, the pulley will be unlocked. The healer is going to take a couple turns to arrive due to road quality, but... panther. Retreated. Of course it did. Anyway, that tile should serve as a city well. I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, that makes me suspicious that the city's right there. Which is an awful spot for a city. And honestly, it's early on. It should be fine to... Okay. Select all, and move on. I don't recognize the panther, so...
Coincidence is the word we use when we can't see the levers and pulleys.
Oh, it also provides 2 production to the mining camp as well. Nice. Black Jaguar. Hmm. It's a Cape Buffalo and a Mouflon. They're not dangerous. Yep, there's Condor. Ah, okay, so it makes it so that it costs 0.8 to move. That explains a bit. Okay, so the guy has been attacked by a black cape. Great. Ooh, the bison can give me a carnival. Ah, so that's how you get the enclosures. Okay. That's a bit risky. No, that's fine. Blood Huntress is up, and then Carnival. Fact up. Yeah. Just do some preparations. Oh hey, it's subdued on the first try. Oh yes, the reason why I need to keep notifying it that it has to do that is that a helpful, with quotes, bit that can be done, that is in Civ 4, is that when workers are near a hostile unit, they, within the movement range of a hostile unit, they will automatically wake up. Or if they see a hostile unit. Yeah. If hostile unit is in their vision range. Okay. On that tile, I'm still outside the territory, so. So healing should be easy. My goal for the moment. Even if it's not doing any damage, eventually the ranged bombard will work. I just need to wait. This tile makes it a bit further away from this city. So it'll better be able to use its own set of tiles more effectively. Yes, start attacking their city. Or not. Sit. The problem is the Atalanta lists. Missed. Oh! That was a successful range bombard. I don't see any damage though. I don't want to start sacrificing units until it's at the point where it actually has population. Sometimes you do need to give up units though in order to actually be able to handle things, but I don't want to. I just don't. Yeah, I'm running out of things to construct. Guess I could set up more pathways. Missed. It's still getting XP though. Slowly, the archer units. So I can set them up to do something else. I'm not sure if they get the promotions yet that improve their ranged bombard. Which, by the way, is not actually a base game, a thing in base game Civ 4. The whole, ranged advantage thing is actually simulated by the first strike system, supposedly. That's the implication behind it. Yeah, I still run poultry. Line Gap already has 3, and it's going to have 5 by the time it completes masonry, so... Other hand, I still need to set up that child labor crew, so... child care hut. After the tannery's done. Well, one hit. No real damage. I would have much preferred it had it been subdued. Fisherman's hut. They only get it if they actually manage to hit the bombard. Mouflon subdued. Noise. Both missed. No point. Mouflon tail. Delicious mouflon tails.
It is from their foes, not their friends, that cities learn the lesson of building high walls.
12 turns of revolution is a lot, but I'm sure I can handle it. Actually, let's get heritage. Ancient customs is a... Whew. It takes a lot of the early buildings and merges them together in a cheap package. Bricks. And then it comes the carnival. Culture's about to reach new threshold. Yeah, they might have to wait a while for that one. Missed. Enclosures don't actually provide all that much on their own. At least not initially. Just you wait though, later on they'll become extremely good. But I haven't actually shown you any of the stats since I can't build them yet. Yeah, unless that bear moves, that grizzly bear. I'm not gonna see what the tile was. Or send a hunter over to that island. Yeah, okay, I see. When they actually hit, they get the thing. Of course, it's so little bombard damage, it doesn't really mean much of anything. I don't like this one bit. There we go. Tin, marble, iron, silver. Wow, there's a lot of good ores here. Oh, and there's guinea pigs here too. There. Oh yeah, right. This Hunter 3 can't blitz. Hmm. I wonder if... Oh. There it is. Arrow barrage. It's more likely to hit the target and will deal more damage when it does so. Yeah, the arrow barrage is not actually a base Civ 4 thing. There is the ability to bombard a city in order to lower its damage, but the idea of doing that with a ranged unit is unusual, to say the least. Right. Oh, finally, I can get back to building stuff. Fisherman's hut. And scarecrows too. How many times will that lynx retreat? There we go. Okay, that's one of two Atlantis gone. Temporarily. And fortified until healed, and there's not a lot of us right on their borders. Yep, there it goes. Stone quarry. And a stone bridge right there. I just want to get a carnival set up so I can handle that stuff, but that's an eventually thing. Finally, Hunter 4. Anyway, an Atalist outside of a city is much easier to deal with, so... Oh. Move to here. Not able to see the combat. Apologies for that. Okay. The biggest problem is that throwing units don't have good counters. There's just no good counter to a throwing unit. They just don't exist. So I can't do much about Atalists. Well, then again, Paratamed Wolves might be enough to get a huge amount of bonus distance on dealing with that. Maybe effective is... yeah. I'm not entirely sure why it's at distance. A hyena. That's new. Trap. The advantage is gone. Sophistication. Polywheel, Brick Mason, Obsidian Quarry. Steel. Probably should stop soon. I'm at an hour 15. Okay. Yes, I've gotten very much distracted. Oh, there we go. That's one down. Okay, so. Yeah, the turns are definitely starting to slow down. I haven't gotten nearly as far forward as I had quite hoped. Still haven't set up a war galley. I really should. Shouldn't I? Well, I think that was 14 turns. It should be fine, and I doubt it will decay that much. Anyway, I do have this going on. I'm hoping to take the Barbarian City. However, they have Atalists, which are obnoxiously difficult to deal with. Might actually be easier. Well, okay, so there's an Atalist here and here. I know for a fact that Ethiopia has 3 cities. Probably. There might be a 4th one I'm not aware of. I don't know how many trade routes these cities are supposed to have. Although considering, yeah, there's only... So, I doubt it. African... I mean, once I conquer them, I'll be able to incorporate African into my list of potential cultures. Oh, my regional. To add to Oceanian. And I've been setting up more cities. And my budget has been able to handle it so far, so... I'm probably going to set one up maybe up here. It's a little north, but it should be fine. Probably one over here. I'm gonna have a hard time finding a good spot. Maybe here? Yeah, that's not bad. I'm probably gonna need one in the center though, in order to fill things out properly. And there's a lot of space up here, too. But then again, there aren't many good resources up here. Outside of maybe the pearls. Pearls aren't exactly the most common of things, so... Oh, that's clam. Okay. I was about to say. But yeah. Slowly working my way through. I no longer am on obedience, I'm now on city-states. as a civic. Civic. There we go. I'm gonna save upgrading to trade for another time. When I have something else to upgrade, because I forgot to do that. Probably borders. Alphabet. Classical. Never mind. Like, maybe... Yeah, when we unlock... I think matriarchy. Probably gonna use that rather than the other one. Than patriarchy. There isn't a huge amount of difference between the two. Anyway, that should be good for now. I'll see you again next time. Till then, bye. If you look at the timer, we're still below the actual start date of a safe game, which is 4000 BC.